Good morning, KIPP Sunnyside High School. It is Monday, May 18th, 2020, and these are your weekly morning announcements. First, let's start by celebrating the class of 2020. It is the class of 2020 Spirit Week, excuse me. They'll be doing different things virtually every day to just celebrate the end of the year. I know it has not been the way that we would have all hoped for the year to end for the class of 2020 or for any of us, but especially for the class of 2020 who have been the ambassadors in our building. We want to celebrate you this week. There are some awesome things we have waiting for you on Friday and throughout the week. And so we just hope you all join in on the fun. We miss you. We want you to know that we're thinking about you every day. And I just think that it's really important to lift up for the rest of the school that the class of 2020 has worked for 15 years. Some of them younger if you include daycare, but for 15 years, the class of 2020 has been in school, and they deserve to be celebrated as a milestone, as an accomplishment of them graduating from high school. And unfortunately, that will look so much different for them this year, but they deserve to be celebrated. So if you know a senior, reach out to them, celebrate them. They deserve our well wishes. They deserve any investment that we can give them in this season. And so we just want them to know that we're rooting for them and we want to join in on the fun. So congratulations to the class of 2020. We are 2 weeks away from being able to celebrate you and stamp you as high school graduates. The places the class of 2020 will go. If you click on the link in this presentation, and I'll also include it in the Google Classroom, there's a link that Ms. Bennett, our Director of College Counseling, put together. Dr. Bennett, our Director of College Counseling, she put together that just outlines some of the initial admissions decisions that the class of 2020 has gotten and where they plan to go, and it'll be updated as more and more students make their decision. I hope that you all get a chance to celebrate and view the video and really recognize the class of 2020 for their hard work. It is not easy to graduate from high school. It is definitely not easy to get selected and admitted to college, and it's certainly not easy to pay for it. So our students have done a great job at persisting with purpose, even in this trying time. And so we just want to continue to celebrate them. Here's our quote for the week. Focus on the possibilities for success, not the potential failure. So as we move into the last 3 weeks of school, many of us will still have AP exams this upcoming week. I want you to keep your mind focused on what has been successful for you this year, where you will continue to find success. What are some of the bright spots, even in such a trying time? What are some of the things that you can cling to as successes for yourself, and not always focus on what is not working or what could not work? Let's focus on what is true, what is affirming, what is possible, and where we've been successful, so we can carry that into the summer and into the next school year. Here's our agenda. We're going to do some celebrations, AP exams, talk about attendance. The link should be fixed, family. And then I'll land at some end of the year reminders. Here are our students of the week. Shout out to all these fantastic students. This week, 10th grade came through with a lot of students of the week. Let's celebrate all of them, but let's also just celebrate all of you for your hard work. The students this week were nominated again for their commitment to excellence, their ability to support their teammates and persist. So again, we didn't expect this season to be perfect. We didn't expect this season to be filled with every single person doing all the things 100% of the time. Like that just can't be possible, and that's not a fair expectation to place on anyone in this season. It's actually not a fair expectation to place on anyone at all, but definitely not in this season. And so some of the students on this list have demonstrated persistence. They've had some bad weeks. Then they've bounced back and had some really good weeks. They've been communicative about what they've needed. They've been able to say, hey, I need to pause. I have a lot going on. I need to figure some things out. And so to all of these students who have persisted through trying times, some of our students are moving. Some of our students had internet, didn't have internet, got internet back again, and have been communicative with us and so we could support them. So these are not the perfect students, right? Just because, we don't want to celebrate perfection, right? Because it's actually not fair. We are celebrating like our values. We're celebrating students who are living our values. We're celebrating our students who are living persistence. Um, we are celebrating our students who are advocating for themselves and who say that they need help, and they just need more time. So, to our students of the week this week, thank you for continuing to model excellence for us. Thank you for continuing to model vulnerability for us. Thank you for modeling persistence with us. Um, and thank you for modeling starting again. Just because things didn't work out before, just because you had a hard week last week, doesn't mean you don't have to have a good week this week. You can change your outlook on your week. And so I just appreciate these students for showing that persistence. So thank you very much, students of the week. Here are here are our fantastic teachers of the week: Miss Torres, Miss Ramos, Miss Ernest, and Miss Warren. These fantastic educators have done so many things behind the scenes, making sure our students and our families have what they need, making sure that our students who tested during the school year are able to close out those tests, making sure that we're supporting all of our students being successful on AP exams, being successful in their classes. We just thank you individually for your hard work and your contributions to KIPP Sunnyside High School. We would not be the school that we are without the teachers in the building who are exemplified by these four fantastic teachers this week. If they are your teachers, please send them a note of gratitude, a note of praise, congratulating them. They have earned Teachers of the Week. All right, switching to AP exams. So, although the slides might look a little similar to last week, there are definitely some big updates that I want to lift up. This quote stays the same: because you are prepared, it is not a risk. I won't belabor the point, but as I said last week, and I'll say again this week, you deserve to take AP exams. You deserve to earn a 3. You deserve high quality and rigorous instruction. Anything else will not be what you deserve. And so we want you to know that we have done everything that we can to prepare you for these tests. You have what you need. I want you to walk into these exams with confidence. I don't care that it's just FRQ. You have what you need to write a strong FRQ or a DBQ. We're proud of you. And so just know that when you go into this exam, it doesn't mean you won't be nervous, but I just want you to remember that you are prepared. Here we are, Monday, May 18th, to the 12th graders taking AP Biology at 1 p.m. today. We are standing in your corner. On Wednesday, we have our 11th graders. On the 21st, we have our 10th graders. And on the 22nd, we have AP Spanish Language and AP Stat. So we have another big week of exams. Let's send love and positive vibes to the class of 2020 as they sit for the AP Biology exam today. Here are 4 things I want you to remember about AP exams. These are definitely different than what was here last week. The first is that you have to use the most updated Google Chrome browser. We know that the College Board has named that you could use Edge or you could use other browsers. We just know that there are limited issues when students are using a Google Chrome browser, and make sure it is the most updated browser. When you have 5 minutes remaining in the actual exam, please begin the upload process. Family, we have seen that when you wait until there's like 60 seconds or 90 seconds left, students have been unsuccessful in submitting their exams. So as soon as you get to the 5-minute mark remaining, begin the process of uploading your second question or the second part of your exam so that you can submit 100% of your exam. To note, Texas is in the Central Standard Time Zone. We know that when College Board sends emails, they sometimes reference Eastern Standard Time first. So just to note, we are 1 hour behind Eastern Standard Time. So if you see an email that says the test begins at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that means 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. And if you have questions about when the exams are, if you look at the AP exam calendar that should be posted in your Google Classroom. We've sent you emails with this. We have the start time in Texas for the exam. So Monday, May 18th is the AP Biology exam, and it starts at 1 p.m. We want you to log on at 12:30. On Wednesday, it is the AP English Language exam. That also starts at 1 p.m. So it's really important that you know the time in Central Standard Time. Lastly, as you are registering to enter your exam, they're going to give you a statement. The College Board is going to release a statement for you to type. Type the statement exactly like you see it. Please don't add commas where there are not commas. Please make sure that you capitalize. I know that in the world of text message, sometimes we don't capitalize when we type. It is critical that you capitalize. It is critical that you type the statement exactly like you see it. Please do not change it. Check yourself if you need to. That's why we really ask you to have that index card so you don't have to be filtering and looking for information. But there's a statement that you will need to type to enter the exam. Type it exactly like you see it, please. Here's what we learned last week, and the College Board released some information to us today. We learned last week that there were several students who had submission challenges, and that's just not not with KIPP Sunnyside High School. That's with the country. Actually, across the world, students had a tough time submitting exams for various reasons, and so I just want to lift up what the College Board has sent to us over the weekend about a next step after if you are unable to submit your exams. So beginning today, Monday, May 18th, through the makeup window. So if you had to request a makeup exam last week, this option will be available to you when you take the makeup. But for the students who are taking AP Bio on any exam this week, this definitely applies to you this week. There will be a backup email submission process for browser-based exams. So all of you are taking a browser-based exam because you're taking it on the internet. So this applies to you. You have the backup email submission process. This option will only be available for students who are not able to submit in the standard process. That means if you were unable to submit your exam, they are going to send you, the College Board is going to send you a link. So you will see instructions about how to email your response. And it will say, we did not receive your response. The email address that appears on this page will be unique to each student. So you will get a link. If you are unable to submit, you will immediately receive a link that says you are unable to submit your exam. You can submit your exam responses through the link. That link is individual to you. It is unique only to you. This only applies, guys, if you're unable to submit your exam. This is not about if you forget to take your exam. This is not about if you start late. It is only about if you start on time and you're unable to submit for a technical issue. If you are unable to submit your responses by email, then you'll have to submit the makeup form. So it's really important that you be on the lookout if you are unable to submit. Of course, we want everyone to submit on time, perfectly, with no questions and no issues, but we know that that doesn't happen. So if you find yourself running into a submission issue, right, please pay attention to the prompts, as they will take you to a link where you could submit your responses directly to the College Board, and that will submit your exam. Quick note on attendance. Last week, the link was broken. We found out like a late Wednesday or sometime Thursday that the link wasn't working. The link does work. Please take your attendance today. And team, we're going to do everything we can to remind you, but please make sure that you try to do your attendance by 1 p.m. We start sending out reminders and we'll do phone calls, but it's really important for us that you submit that link. You submit your attendance by 1 p.m. by clicking on the link. It should be fixed today. Here's another, this is just the same video about how to sign in to attendance, just in case you forget. You can keep that there for you. Again, attendance and assignment completion are not the same thing. If you are in jeopardy of not earning credit because of your attendance, you will receive communication from us next week about the process. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have like attendance makeup. We will just be in a situation where if you've been unsuccessful in meeting the bar of attendance from the beginning of the year through now, we're going to have a conversation with you and your parent about potentially withholding credit. If that is your story, if that is your situation, you will receive communication from us this week or early next week about the next steps. Okay. So it's really important that you continue to show up even on distance learning, right? It's really important that you continue to mark your attendance even here so that we can so that we can make sure you earn the seat time so that you can earn the credit for your courses. Here are a few end of the year reminders. Final exams and other formative is another formative assignment. So they're not like a cumulative final exam like you would experience, like if we were face to face. It just represents one more assignment for you. It will be released the week of May 26th, and only one assignment will be released to you that week per teacher. You will be expected to submit those assignments on the submission date, but no later than May 29th, as grades are due June 1st. So what happens the week of June 1st? Attendance is still required. Remember that seat time. And we will begin to assign credit recovery to students who have the seat time, but then earn the credit. Our goal is to make sure that the exemptions that you've been allowed by the state maintain that exemption for you. So, for example, if you fail a STAR Aligned course, you will need to take Plato for that course so that you can earn full credit. This is your last chance, though, to earn credit. We are not going to have summer school. We're not going to have SSI. We're not going to have anything over the summer. So if you want to earn credit for your classes and recover those, especially the ELC Aligned classes, this is your last chance. At KIPP Sunnyside High School, there are some options at HCC that we'll share once we get more information, but we will not have summer school at our school this year. The last week will be grade level meetings. We'll do some credit recovery. I put grade level meetings twice, but it's just really grade level meetings and credit recovery will be the last week, and your attendance is still required. Please reach out to your grade level AP if you have any questions, and I'll update this slide. So it will not look exactly like this when I post it, but I'll update it to make sure it's more concise and clear on, especially on what happens the week of June 1st. And last and finally, there is no school on Monday, May 25th. It is Memorial Day. We will not have school. So there will be no assignments, no office hours. Please enjoy your 3-day week. We miss you. I definitely miss you. I miss seeing your faces every day. I hope that you are all doing well, and I hope that you know that we love you enough that if you reach out to us and tell us that you need anything, we'll try to make a way for you. We'll find a way or make one for you. So in this moment, I want you to know that you're not alone. We're in your back, and we are in your back. We are in your corner, and we definitely have your back. So reach out to us if you need anything. We love you, and we miss you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.